I taped up an old lady's boob. Hello beautiful people and welcome to my channel. I hope that you're doing okay in spite of the situation that is absolutely crazy. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the craziest things that happened to me while I was working at Starbucks. If you didn't already know, I worked at Starbucks a couple of years back. I did make a video talking about the pros and cons of working at Starbucks, so if you're interested, I'll leave that linked below. But today I thought, if you come across this video, you're probably in need of a little smile, a little laugh, so hopefully this video does that. Before I start, I don't mean any offence to anybody that I talk about in this video. If you've watched my working at Starbucks video, you know that I loved working at Starbucks, so I mean no ill will towards anybody. These are just some crazy things that happened to me. None of it is made up. Like, honestly, I wish some of these stories were made up, but it's all true, it all happened to me. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on to the first story. And I really wish that this one was made up, but it's not. Back in the day, you used to be able to get a filter coffee for £1 in Starbucks. We used to get a lot of people coming in every single day for their £1 filter coffee, and one of those people was a lady called Margaret. And Margaret was so lovely, she was so sweet, she came in every day, we loved her, we accepted her, but Margaret, she wasn't all with it. She was an older lady, and she'd lost a few of her marbles. Let's just leave it at that. Margaret had a few problems with personal hygiene, and one of those issues that I think exasperated the issue was the fact that she wore the same t-shirt every day. If you want to get like a good image of what it was like a red 2012 Olympic Games t-shirt, and considering I worked there in 2017, and I honestly don't think she ever washed this t-shirt, every single day she came in wearing the same t-shirt, and you could smell her before you could see her, and I will never forget the smell in my nostrils of Margaret. Anyway, enough about that. The t-shirt. One day, Margaret came into the store, and over the past few weeks we'd noticed that the side of her t-shirt had rubbed away from where her boob and her arm frictioned together. So, you know, in the days leading up to this event, we'd been saying, oh, Margaret, you know, get a new t-shirt, treat yourself. Like, one day she came into Starbucks, and I, on this fateful day, was the barista working on the till. She comes up to me with like a roll of duct tape, and I'm literally like electrical duct tape that you would use to fix a homeware appliance. And she just looks at me and she goes, I've got a hole in my t-shirt, do you mind taping it up for me? Instantly, all of the baristas on the bar, like, they started creasing. They went into the back office and they were like watching through the window as I taped up an old lady's boob. I literally, if I close my eyes, I can still envision it with this like big grey duct tape over her massive boob. And honestly, that was, if I think of low points in my life, that day with Margaret, it's one of the lowest points in my life. But, you know, the next day, luckily, Margaret did come in with a new t-shirt. And then she proceeded to wear that t-shirt for the next year. I wasn't even going to talk about this story, but I've literally just remembered it. So one day, in the back office, we got a call from a random member of the public, and he said, hi, I've just seen a lady on the bus, and she has one of your chairs. And we go, what does she look like? She's got long grey hair, red Olympic Games t-shirt on, and we think, that's Margaret. Why has Margaret stolen one of our chairs? Okay, thanks for letting us know. Can you tell her to bring it back? So the next day, Margaret comes into the store with this chair, and she's like, I'm really sorry, I needed to reach something on the top shelf in my wardrobe and I needed a chair. Here you go. And she puts it back. So, literally such a bizarre lady. And I wonder what she's up to these days, because the Starbucks that I used to work in has actually closed down. So I wonder if anybody else has met Margaret. I wonder what she's up to these days. I hope she's okay. Another enthusiast of the £1 filter coffee was a lovely homeless lady called Debs. And if I thought that Margaret had lost her marbles, Debs had really, really lost it. If I can find a picture of Debs, I will put it in, because a photographer in the city I live in did a whole project about homeless people in Bath, and Debs was one of the people, and Debs was such a character. She would stand outside our Starbucks store dancing and selling paper, is it origami? Selling origami, I think that's what it is. And she was just such a character. I really think the target market for these £1 Starbucks filter coffees, I'm not shedding a good light on it, but you're getting the picture. Anyway, Debs used to come in every single day for her £1 filter coffee. Then she would never sit in. She would always go and sit back outside. She honestly such a character. She would come in and she would be like, Emma, do I look okay? And I'd be like, you look beautiful, Debs. And she was like, I'm off to court. I don't know what she was getting herself into, but anyway, one time she even dyed her hair in the Starbucks toilets. Anyway, this story literally makes me laugh to this day, okay? So she would always come in and just get her coffee. Nothing else. Leave. Nice to see you, Debs. And one day, she came, got her filter coffee, left. And then about 15 minutes later, she came back in with a cheese and ham panini. And she comes up to the counter and she goes, can I return this? And it wasn't me on the till at the time, it was my friend Bradley. And he goes, Debs, I don't think you bought this. And she goes, yes, I bought this, but I'm vegan, so I can't eat it. And that, honestly, of all the excuses to use, I'm vegan. As a vegan myself, that really just tickled me. I don't know why. But yeah, same goes for Debs. Honestly, I have been living in the same city, on and off, ever since I worked in Starbucks, and I haven't seen Debs since. There was talk of putting her in a special house that helped with homeless people, and I think Debs did have an issue with drugs, so I really hope that she's doing okay as well. Being in the tourist hotspot that it was, summer was absolutely ridiculous in the Starbucks I worked in, and we sold thousands of frappuccinos, honestly, so many. And one day, in mid-July, the ice machine broke. So, for some reason, my manager decided that tiny little me, would be the right person to walk to the nearest supermarket and buy all of the ice that I could. I just remember my manager giving me £40 in cash and just saying, go to the supermarket, steal a trolley. I was literally Margaret at this stage, stealing stuff. And Debs. Geez, maybe I should start buying filter coffees. And use the trolley to bring the ice back into the store. So I just remember this boiling hot day, mid-July, through the streets of Bath with this massive trolley filled with ice. And you know how hard supermarket trolleys are to control. Imagine how hard that was on a boiling hot day with thousands of tourists weaving in and out of you and literally a ton of ice. We still after spending over £30 on ice, still managed to run out by the end of the day. No, this isn't a pinkety drinkety. I did not leave isolation to get a pinkety drinkety. It's an almond milk with pink Nesquik in it. And if that's not overcoming adversity, I don't know what is. I still have so many stories that I could tell you, but I think I'm gonna save them for another video. If you want to hear more absurd stories from my time working at Starbucks, please let me know down in the comments. If you have any questions about anything, let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my future videos. Sending you so much love and positivity during this difficult time. I hope that you look after yourself, stay indoors, and I will see you in the next video.